7:36 here, Big 550 KTRS. Kathy Helbig with the Kathy Helbig Group. Full-time producer, 18 years in the business. Good morning, Kathy Helbig.
Good morning.
All the things we don't know about real estate. I thought we knew everything there is to know.
There's so many things people don't know about real estate. One of them is, did you know that there's a buyer's remorse clause that is built into almost every single sales contract?
No.
So a lot of times sellers feel a little like the contract is slighted towards the buyer, which in a way it is because there's a lot of built-in contingencies for buyers. But the biggest one is after a contract has been accepted, you have the building inspection phase. All you have to do is perform any type of inspection and you can terminate the contract for no reason whatsoever. So sometimes people are getting into these multiple offer situations and then they use that as a back out clause, or if a better house comes on the market, they can back out and go.
And so all you have to do is have an inspection.
Any type of inspection, correct.
So you could check for termites,
Yep.
or you could check for, weeds. Have a lawn guy come out and check for weeds.
Legitimate inspection, yes.
And then you
professional.
can say, okay, I'm sorry. I
Terminate
won't.
the contract, get my money back.
Wow.
No questions asked.
How many
Yeah.
times does that happen?
We thought it was going to happen a lot more than it does when it first came out, which was about 10 years ago that they put that in there.
Right.
But it happens a handful of times.
Yeah.
For some strange reason,
Right.
it'll pop
right.
up. But a lot of sellers don't know it. Also, during the inspection phase is when you ask for those repairs. And then you have a period of time to negotiate. So just like in counter offering the price back and forth, you go back and forth and counter offer the items for repair. And if you don't come to an agreement, the contract dies at the end of that period. So sometimes somebody's waiting somebody out, seeing who's going to cry uncle, that type of thing. Or you've got a backup contract sitting there. So what people don't know, though, and a lot of real estate agents don't even really understand this, is if you don't come to an agreement and you're at the tail end, the seller still has the right to go back and accept the very first proposal that was given to them. So even though it's changed 15 times in between with the counteroffers, if the seller wants to, before that contract is going to die at the end of that period, can go back and accept the original offer.
The original offer
From the buyer. So sometimes you forgot to put something in, or you start going in a different direction and you start negotiating different prices or credits, and then all of a sudden the seller can just go back and go, nope, I'm going to take that first one. Or sometimes the buyer is really trying to be a jerk to get out of the contract.
Interesting.
So the seller has the right to do that. Also, a big one is that loan commitment, what they call the loan commitment contingency, isn't really a loan commitment contingency at all. And what amazes me is so many lenders don't even understand this paragraph of the contract. So really, years ago, it used to be there was a date in the contract that says this contract is contingent upon me getting a loan.
Right.
So if I don't get a loan commitment by this date, then I'm not liable to have to close on this house. Well, that changed 8 years ago. And people are still in that old mindset of that's my loan commitment. I have up until then to get everything in line. It actually is a finance contingency that says if I don't qualify for a loan up to this point, I have to give notice that I've failed to get a loan at that point in time. And if I don't do that and the next day comes, you no longer have a finance contingency in your contract, period. Doesn't matter. So a lot of people don't get that. They think, oh, well, my lender's given me a loan commitment. Doesn't matter. The thing is, if the loan commitment comes back with predications, saying it still has to get employment verification, it still has to get child support receipts, things like that, and they can't get it after that loan commitment date came and went, you really don't have protection under the contract
And
anymore.
so you then have to close no matter what.
You can be sued for
if
not closing because your contingency went away.
Wow. All right.
Home protection plans, people don't realize if you buy them up front and offer them with the sale of your property as a seller, you get to take advantage of those plans. So if something goes out while you're trying to sell your house, maybe something that's a covered item during the building inspection that comes to light, you can then use that insurance company to make claims. So a lot of times you're going to end up negotiating it into the contract anyway, depending on the age of your house.
Right.
So you may as well offer it up front. You don't pay for it till closing anyway.
How about that?
Got a whole bunch more, but we should probably continue next week.
That's Kathy Helbig. All the things you didn't know about real estate. KathyHelbigGroup.com. The other thing you don't know is her app is fantastic. Up to the second, better than all of those Zillows and everything else. KathyHelbigGroup.com for more information. 314-276-SOLD. Thanks, Kathy. Have a good week.
You're welcome.
741 KTRS.
I'm Jim.
I'm John. It's the Inside Out Show.